All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful day. It is Valentine's Day, 2025, February 14th, and we got an interesting one. Not only are we finally moving out of the range, we talked about this a lot last night on the watch list, but you had really bad retail sales data. The bonds are going up very good on that. Again, we have had some reactions here to the data, and that was one thing, but now, yeah, Baba, bro. Let me just put it simply. Are you guys ready? Alibaba and a lot of the Asian names, they are meeting with the president of China. So Jack Ma, that was the news last night that sent this thing going, but let me give you a broader look on all of it. It's very simple. The China AI race has began. That's it. If K-Web holds up from here, if you don't get the random ass sell-off, essentially in the midst of this last month, the DeepSeek stuff has sparked a whole China run on everything. So that's what they're defining it as right now. It's literally the AI race for China. So we're getting a lot of action there. You got a lot of earnings. And then we just had J.D. Vance at the security conference. I think it was actually a very iconic speech. He was not well received, surprisingly. But we're going to have an interesting day. We're going to deal with those headlines. You're going to hear about peace and war. And then you're going to hear about India. And then again now, China AI race is fully on the table. So I hope you guys are ready for it. So, Chattadonia, we got a wild one in store. I hope you're blessed. But what's going on, baby? Good morning. Laker J. Oh, what up, baby? The white Afghan. Mark Dos Nacho Ignas in the house, baby. Oh, my goodness. What's going on? What's going on, baby? Are we feeling good? I hope we're feeling good, man. I hope we are feeling good. But, Chattadonia, we are going to have a very, very big day here ahead. So, wait, hold on. I forgot. I'm noticing something. Hold on. They almost got me. They almost don't get me. I'm not playing with y'all. Yeah, man. God bless America. What? What up, Real Top Crows? What up, Tim Whitman? What up, Robert French? Thoughts and emotions. Tama, Chris, good time, baby. Jay Escos, Mayhem, Ryan Mullen, baby. Oh, what are you doing, Adam? Good morning, Gus Gonzo. How you doing, Dos Nacho, CG, Jennifer, CYB, Mike, Trash, Stock Trading. What's going on, baby? Humble Business in the house. Zura's ready to go. Lecky, Salja, Eduardo, Noah, Bruce B, Martin, Patty. Good morning, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Bro, it's Friday. Are you kidding me? It's Friday. Oh, what about the Twitch mums? Payday Devil, Stock Sasquatch, Aliciant, Dante, the Mercader, Hakuna Marax, Roach Vince, Payday, Preforms, Toy Soldier, Neither, Lizzie, Slizzin, Samrat, El Coyote, Piggy, Roach Vince, and Robo Hand Tech, baby. Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, you're my Valentine, Chad. I have another Valentine's, but, for now, you're my Valentine's. Don't make it awkward. I'm just saying, man, but here's Jazz AI with your news. Good morning.
U.S. futures edge
Why
lower
so quiet?
after days of tariff drama.
Speak up.
U.S. equity futures edged lower at the end of a week dominated by headlines on trade tariffs and Ukraine peace efforts, a slew of earnings, and more evidence of stubborn inflation. S&P 500 contracts slipped 0.2%, signaling a modest retreat from Thursday's near-record close. Palo Alto Networks, Inc. fell 6.1% in pre-market after a disappointing earnings forecast. Airbnb, Inc. jumped after beating expectations. Luxury stocks were a bright spot in Europe as Hermes rallied to a record after its holiday season sales surged. After President Donald Trump proposed reciprocal tariffs on U.S. trading partners, investors are taking some comfort from speculation that negotiations may blunt their eventual impact. Meanwhile, strategists at Bank of America Corp said faster inflation in the U.S. could actually prove positive for markets because it will force Trump to adopt less severe tariffs. Wednesday's hotter-than-forecast consumer price index reading prompted a brief pullback in stocks and bonds, but the price pressures are a blessing in disguise, BOFA's Michael Hartnett said in a note. They mean Trump must go small, not big on tariffs and immigration in coming months to avoid fanning a second wave of inflation. The dollar spot index has dropped about 2.5% from February's high as investors wind back bets that Trump is determined to ramp up global tariffs as part of his America First policy. The dollar fell further Friday following its biggest drop in 3 weeks on Thursday. The volume of news stories on tariffs has risen as you would expect, but the impact of those stories on the dollar is declining, said Michael Metcalf, head of macro strategy at State Street Global Markets. In part, this likely reflects the fact that asset managers already have a significant overweight in the dollar and, if anything, in 2025 have been trimming positions. Elsewhere in currencies, the yen rose while the pound hit its highest level against the dollar this year. The euro fluctuated after data showed unexpected growth in the euro area economy in the final quarter of 2024. Treasury steadied after rallying Thursday. BofA's Hartnett recommended buying bonds, saying that the 30-year Treasury yield likely reached a multi-year high of about 5% in January. It was near 4.7% on Friday. The work required to propose reciprocal levies will occur on a country-by-country basis and could take until April to complete, said Howard Lutnick, Trump's nominee to lead the Commerce Department. The comments followed news that Trump had ordered his administration to consider reciprocal tariffs on numerous trading partners. The fact that Trump didn't explicitly target Europe yesterday and left an April deadline to negotiate with him brings some relief, said Karen George, a fund manager at Ecofi in Paris. Moves in Asian equities were stronger Friday, with Chinese stocks in Hong Kong soaring more than 4% to the highest in 3 years on optimism around the nation's growing capabilities in artificial intelligence. Gold traded near a record high, on track for a 7th week of gains, its longest run since August 2020. The precious metal has gained this year, powered by haven demand, setting successive records with potential to line up a test of $3,000 an ounce. Market so far in 2025, the year is still young, but moves on Wall Street this week point to a couple of important trends to keep an eye on. Reliable market patterns are hard to come by in the Trump era, especially as inflation anxiety comes back. Stocks and bonds remain stubbornly correlated at times, prompting traditional money managers to consider fresh diversification strategies. The buy and hold passive crowd are in fighting spirits. Trump says Modi to launch trade talks after U.S. unveils tariffs. President Donald Trump said Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi agreed to begin negotiations to address the U.S. trade deficit, even as he assailed New Delhi over high duties and defended his moves to implement sweeping new reciprocal tariffs in response. Frankly, it no longer matters to us what they charge, Trump said Thursday at a press conference at the White House alongside the visiting Indian leader. We're just going to do it the easy way. We're just going to say whatever you charge, we charge. Trump's comments came just hours after he announced reciprocal tariffs that could take effect against U.S. trading partners, including India, as soon as April. Trump cast his decision as one he was forced to take after efforts to convince India to reduce import taxes had failed. Modi's pledges were also muted, with the Indian leader focused on growing overall trade between the countries with a goal of doubling bilateral trade to $500 billion by 2030. BofA strategist Hartnett says inflation to force Trump's hand on tariffs. Faster inflation in the U.S. could end up being good news for financial markets because it will force President Donald Trump to opt for smaller trade tariffs, according to strategists at Bank of America Corp. The fire hose of policy surprises and announcements has been so strong and created so much uncertainty, said Adana Apio, a portfolio manager at First Eagle Investments. We're starting to see there's some exhaustion. People are not convinced by what's potentially there. The dollar remains expensive, has poor fundamentals, and is entering a phase of public and trade policy uncertainty, said David Chow, global market strategist for Asia Pacific ex-Japan at Invesco Asset Management. I wouldn't be a buyer of the greenback here. China invites Jack Ma, a DeepSeek founder, to meet top leaders. China has invited prominent entrepreneurs, including Alibaba Group Holding Limited co-founder Jack Ma, to meet the nation's top leaders. People familiar with the matter said a potentially momentous show of support for the private sector after years of turmoil. The meeting may happen as soon as next week and include DeepSeek founder Liang Wenfeng, the People said. While further details are sparse, the People said said President Xi Jinping is expected to attend. The Chinese leader's schedule is closely guarded and often remains unclear until the last minute, but a meeting involving Xi and Ma has the potential to send a powerful signal that China's Communist Party is adopting a more supportive stance toward private sector companies that fuel most of the country's economic growth. Alibaba's shares gained more than 6% in Hong Kong. Starbucks to open 500 stores in Middle East in next 5 years. Starbucks Corp plans to expand in the Middle East, adding hundreds of new stores as the global coffee chain seeks to bounce back in the region after facing challenging conditions and consumer boycotts last year. Josh Answers from Stock Market Live said that he wouldn't be surprised if an out-of-touch liberal tried to sell a bunch of Middle Easterners hummus-based coffee. Top overnight news, U.S. President Trump signed an executive order to establish a Make America Healthy Again Commission and is scheduled to sign executive orders on Friday at 13:00 EST. President J.D. Vance said Thursday that the U.S. would hit Moscow with sanctions and potentially military action if Russian President Vladimir Putin won't agree to a peace deal with Ukraine that guarantees Kiev's long-term independence. Vance said option of sending U.S. troops to Ukraine if Moscow fails to negotiate in good faith remain on the table. U.S. Treasury Secretary Bessent said if tariffs create inflation, it would be a one-time slight increase, while he also commented that he was barred from looking at payment systems for a few days. Fox Business. U.S. judge ordered the Trump administration to restore funds for foreign aid programs. Politico. The U.S. State Department said the plane carrying U.S. Secretary of State Rubio to Munich experienced a mechanical issue and was forced to turn around. The Pentagon is preparing a list of potential cost cuts ahead of the Doge team's arrival. Some military sections are generating lists of weapons they have wanted to cancel but couldn't get political approval to do so. WSJ. TikTok was restored to Apple and Google's app stores following assurances from the DOJ that the U.S. ban won't be enforced for now. BBG. Apple will overhaul its phones in China with AI features by the middle of this year, People Familiar said. BBG, China's PBOC signaled potential policy changes to meet growing external challenges, pledging to keep supporting the yuan as trade frictions weigh on the currency. Chinese President Xi will chair a symposium focused on boosting the country's private sector, and prominent business leaders will be in attendance, including Alibaba's Jack Ma, RTRS. Taiwan's president has pledged to boost investments in and purchases from the U.S. in response to Trump's global tariff threats and pressure on Taiwan's semiconductor industry. The U.S. trade deficit with Taiwan widened by $26.1 billion to $73.9 billion last year, driven by demand for AI chips. FT. Trump and Modi agree to work on a trade deal to resolve White House concerns about tariffs and other restrictions. WAPO. The euro area economy managed to eke out growth at the end of last year after all. Eurostat revised up its initial estimate to show GDP increase 0.1% in the fourth quarter. BBG. The Pentagon is preparing cost-cutting ideas, including scrapping, reducing certain weapon systems as they wait for Doge people to come to the depths of defense, which could be as soon as today. WSJ. Burp.
There's more. S&P futures, they're down by 0.1 Friday pre-market trading off of some overnight strength. Follows a Friday session that ended near the best levels with help from big tech, semis, apparel, telecom, food, and beverage. Major indexes were largely higher for the week. Treasury firms with high yields continuing yesterday's pullback. Dollar down by 0.4 and set for the fourth weekly decline in the last 5 weeks. Gold is up by 0.3, Bitcoin up by 0.3, and WTI up by 0.8 on track for a modest weekly gain. Lots of moving parts this week, but the market has generally looked to the bright side. Yesterday, Trump outlined plans for reciprocals, though more positive takes on delayed implementation and offers for impacted countries to negotiate. Modi announced that he would.
Analysts noted firmer categories January CPI and PPI may have been more muted impact on core PCE. Positive December revisions seem to be helping market digest weaker January retail sales. Rate cut expectations pushed out on the second half of the year, but Powell congressional testimony this week did not spook the markets. Rate reprieve, Ukraine ceasefire, some progress on GOP priorities, upbeat earnings, and retail dip buying among the other bullish talking points. Headline January sales down by 0.9 month over month. Consensus was for 0.05. However, December revised higher. Auto sales weak as expected. Control group sales decline versus expected increase. Dallas Fed Logan to deliver marks later this afternoon. Munich Security Conference, impact of Ukraine peace talks, though Russia not scheduled to attend. VP Vance stressed need for NATO to share the burden in Europe. More moderate calendar next week with U.S. markets closed on Monday. Housing data, regional Fed indexes, and the release of minutes are all on the schedule for next week. Hey, Matt. Guide a bit below at the company flagging export control. Palo Alto Q2 results beat, but a bit better with some disappointment on reiterated guidance. DraftKings raised full-year revenue guide. Airbnb beat on key metrics, including GBV and nights and experiences. Coin beat and talked up shift away from crypto regulatory. DXCM Q4 mixed with sales beat and EPS below margin. GoDaddy Q4 a bit better, largely in line. Twilio pressured by softer EPS and Q1 EPS with elevated expectations. DaVita treatment lagged and full-year guidance weaker. Warren Buffett also sold. Roku beat on most key metrics. Q1 largely in line, but full-year EBITDA well ahead. Myrna missed on earnings and reaffirmed guidance. Infa, sales, ARR guidance all weaker. Win beat with Macau and Vegas both ahead. And GT beat and talk traction behind cost initiatives. Trump signs memo on reciprocals. Bessent says any tariff link rise in inflation would be a slight one. Trump and Modi discuss India purchase of U.S. energy and lay groundwork. Trump tariffs may intensify price war between China exporters, potentially worsening deflation. EU says it will respond to Trump through reciprocals. Auto executive industry ratchets up lobbying to sway Trump on tariffs. China e-commerce companies Shine, Timo, and suppliers work around Trump. Investors expect weakness in Treasury due to Trump's tariff threats, survey shows. Trump tariff threats and negotiating tactic undermine popular dollar bet. EPFR flow data shows U.S. stocks witness first back-to-back weekly outflows in 10 months. AI super hype in Chinese stocks drive them to three-year high. DeepSeek shines light on China AI stocks. Trump says Ukraine will be involved in peace talks. VP J.D. Vance says U.S. may impose sanctions. Ukraine doesn't expect to participate in talks with Russia at Munich. Sources say Ukraine was handed over draft mineral deal to U.S. Trump floats meeting with Russia and China to discuss halving defense spending. European leaders warn against caving to Russia demands for Ukraine. TikTok back on Google and app stores. Trump may extend ban decline or deadline. Hegseth clarifies comments downplaying Ukraine membership. Top U.S. military commando in Indo-Pacific warns China war games around Taiwan may be used to conceal actual attack. Europe allies working with Arab states for alternative to Trump Gaza. China faces more than $411 billion liquidity drain before March Congress. China Xi to boost private sector sentiment with symposium for leading corporate leaders. China saw record outflows. Central bank says it will adjust monetary policy to support economy. Property loan contraction eases as China government support takes effect. Apple working to introduce AI to China by mid-year. Applied Material forecast below. Airbnb beat. Resurgent Walmart sees Amazon as a threat with growing online presence. Boeing and prosecutors seek more time to revise plea deal for 737. GameStop rallies as they may invest in crypto. Elliott seen wanting to end Shell's dominance in BP. House GOP approves budget resolution for $4.5 trillion in tax cuts over next decade. Trump admin orders agency head to fire most trial and probationary staff. Federal judge orders Trump admin to restore funds for federal aid programs. 2 lawsuits allege Musk and Doge actions are unconstitutional. And Trump's DOJ order to drop Eric Adams sparks mass resignation. Wow, Habibi. So that's a lot. It's a decent amount. I have a couple plays. I don't think I'm going to read you guys the whole list. I didn't take a rest day this week in the gym. And now I think it's coming through on the Honda. You know what I'm saying? So I think we got to pace ourselves here for the rest of the morning, even though I'm leaving early. But still, good morning. Like the video. It's loading. I'm trying to get them. They still got to load up. I know, baby. Happy zero divvy, baby. Good morning.
Good morning, baby. You hit 441. That's disgusting, bro. That's amazing, actually, but it's disgusting. Not only that amount, but in the morning. What's wrong with, bro? I can't. Like, y'all think I'm crazy waking up at 5 a.m. Like, I just sit at a computer and I poop. I pooped twice this morning. I'm not going to lie to you. I did it twice, and you out here squatting? That's amazing, bro. I'm not proposing, no, but I posted that tweet to show you that, like, for real, everybody would definitely, like, y'all scared me right when I posted that. It was terrifying, bro. Terrifying. But it kind of proved my point, but it's still terrifying. It's terrifying, bro. So, yeah, here are your pre-market movers. Again, let me give you my list. I'm going to have a couple. I would look for the ones that literally have a headline. So, again, there's a lot of earnings here. Again, DraftKings, GME, they got their own thing. These ones right here, WRD and Nibis. NVIDIA has bought into both of these. So, I think WRD will probably be a little crazier. That one's already up 90, but essentially everything is earnings. A couple of other headlines here and there. Again, Berkshire trimmed their stake. Twilio is down after earnings. And I think that's going to be it, my friends. That's it. I'm going to let y'all figure it out. I got other ones too. I would watch Baba. All those China plays, we got free Baba still. Those are going to do good. Watch Airbnb, Nibis, WRD, and then TSM. Let me show you guys this. Are you ready? Because sadly, I don't know if you guys notice, Intel is becoming a meme stock. And there's a lot of rumors around it. And it sucks because this has been the best week for Intel, one of the best since like 1980. But here's the deal. I hate all of these rumors. I love it because I make money out of it, but it's confusing for everybody. But TSM is reportedly holding a special meeting with Arizona branch executives with 3 major resolutions made. That's all. So that add that to today and whatever anybody feels. Yeah, I know. Ain't that wild? Ain't that wild? But Chattadonia, it's game time. We got a lot of time. We got a lot of time and a little voice. Isn't that amazing? But Chattadonia, for real, bro. You know, I love the long term, and I don't know, man. Some of y'all, the way y'all show me love for the long term, and you're like, Josh, you changed my life. For real, man, we've been talking a lot of long term. There's been a lot of good and bad, man. But, like, it's very simple. The way you feel about me, and the way you're like, wow, Josh, thank you for the long. That's exactly how I feel about the veterans. So do you understand why every morning this is very important? And honestly, it goes beyond just tradition. It goes beyond going through the motions. That's why I really hope, as straightforward as possible, I hope you adopt this as well. I hope you realize how important this is. I hope you realize if we didn't have such an amazing country, if you didn't have people sacrifice so much, a lot of this stuff that we deal with, you know, this is all a privilege that we have. And it was because people gave up their lives and they sacrificed so much, and they still have to deal with it till today. So that's why every morning, man, we have to honor our veterans, but it goes beyond just the ritual, my friend. I really hope that in your heart, in real life, at any moment, man, I truly hope that you could show this love and appreciation to those who have gave everything for us to live how we live, man. And it's something that's serious, and I know a lot of y'all in here that are serving and veterans. I want to help you in every single way I can because we owe you at the very least, man. And I really hope y'all see how important it is to have a good community. And all of you, bro, you guys work for the government. Y'all work for the you work for the military. Y'all are serving. You are teachers, police officers. I don't care what you believe, because you guys, if you are working in those jobs, you are the ones executing it. You are the ones who are the good people. You could tell me about all the bad people, but I have faith that I am talking to good people. So thank you guys, and keep that in mind. No matter what, any challenges you face, anytime it gets difficult, always look forward to that and look ahead, because you guys are the ones actually making a positive difference in this world and in this country. So whether I have a voice or not, veterans, thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you to your families and all the ones and all the people we have lost throughout all of it, man. It's actually crazy. So I'm honored to have you here. I'm honored for your sacrifice. And God bless America. And shout out to all the vets, baby. But ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Place your right hand over your heart. Say it with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all, baby. Send it to Jets! Oh, it's game time, baby. Horn up. Oh, Chatadonia. Game time. China AI. We got China AI. We got everything AI. We got the breakout of the range. We got data. We got plays, bro. We got the long term. Amen. All right, baby. All right. All right. Here it is. All right, we got to move. Game time. I will meet you at the new one. Be there or be square. I love you. We're going to have fun today. Oh, yeah. God bless America. All right, Chad, thank you. I don't know why I'm saying thank you. I'm going to see you right away, but still, thank you. You're a blessing. Amen.